And now the news in full. The Office of the Special Advisor to the National Assembly, Senator Lado emphasized the importance of the partnership in realizing President Bola Tinubu's vision of transparent and effective governance. Senator Lado, while speaking with Senate press correspondents on Monday, underscored the need for a closer, more constructive relationship between ministries, extra-ministerial department agencies and the Senate, particularly its various committees. Addressing recent concerns that some agencies have not consistently responded to Senate invitations to appear before committees as requested, the Special Advisor urged all government bodies to honor their commitment by promptly engaging with Senate committees. He noted that these aligns with President Tinubu's vision of a responsive, effective and accountable government.
Concerns that some agencies may not have consistently adhered to Senate invitations or requests for appearances before committees. While we acknowledge that competing official engagements may sometimes make it challenging for agencies to respond promptly to Senate invitations, it remains essential that these opportunities for engagement are prioritized to demonstrate our continued collective commitment to accountability and good governance.
The Office of the Special Advisor on Senate Matters reiterated its commitment to fostering open communication channels between government agencies and the National Assembly, aiming to enhance joint effort towards national development. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC in Ondo State, says the commission is now in possession of non-sensitive electoral materials ahead of the November 16, 2024 governorship election in the state. Resident Electoral Commissioner for the state, Oluwatoyin Babalola, said that this at a workshop on effective communication for staff of the commission organized by the International Press Center held in the state. He assured residents of Ondo State that their vote will count in the November 16 governorship election in the state. Also speaking, the Executive Director, International Press Center, said there is need for concerted efforts to ensure the governorship election reflects the will of the people. It said that the workshop is organized to enhance the capacity of INEC staff and curb misinformation ahead of the off-cycle governorship election in Ondo State.
Ability to communicate properly, timely and transparently with the public. Because from our work on elections, particularly since 2023, we've discovered that there are elements of mistrust on the part of the people of the election management body, which is INEC. And we believe that if they engage the electorate very well, then they may be able to regain, their trust. And trust matters, because where there is no trust, no matter what they do, the perception will be there that they are not doing it, very well.
We expect them to conduct themselves peacefully, avoid any form of violence, turn out en masse on election day, reduce the level of voter apathy, because on our side, we will deliver on free, fair, credible, transparent and inclusive election that will meet the aspiration of an average citizen, of citizens of Ondo State.
The Senate has announced its decision to issue a warrant of arrest for some agencies for their incessant refusal to honor lawmakers' summonses. It was gathered that the agencies penned down 4 invitations by the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions led by Senator Neda Imason and at the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, the Nigerian Diaspora Commission and the Union Home Savings and Loans PLC. Others are the Federal Ministry of Works, Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, Sally Best Properties Limited and the Office of the Head of Service of the Federation. Senator Imason had informed the Senate of the plenary of his intention to issue a warrant of arrest against the aforementioned agencies, quoting Order 42 from the Senate's rule book. He said that the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor any debate arise upon the explanation. The Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRCN, has expressed concern over the declining number of teachers in Nigeria, a trend exacerbated by many leaving for better opportunities abroad. This was highlighted in a 2024 report by a UN panel on the teaching profession, which revealed a global shortage of teachers and the lack of support and training they face. Acting Registrar, Teachers Registration Council, Dr. Stella Maria Unwokocha, while speaking with journalists in Abuja on Monday ahead of the 4th annual online conference of registered teachers in Nigeria, confirmed the situation. The acting registrar emphasized that Nigeria, as a key player in Africa's education sector, is heavily impacted by the teacher shortage and the need for continuous professional development. She said the conference aims to improve teacher competencies and institutionalize collaborative learning and professional development in Nigeria.
As the giant of Africa, even in matters of education, has a good share of the teacher shortage and the need for continuous updating of the professional skills and competencies of teachers along the lines identified by these evolving global concerns and recommendations. This is why the 4th annual online conference of registered teachers in Nigeria, scheduled to hold on October 16 to 17, 2024, is a special response to the emerging global, continental, and national issues of interest to the teaching profession and the education in Nigeria.
A two-story building has collapsed on Amusu Street in the Urile Igomu area of Lagos State. The incident happened at the early hours of Monday, as seen in a video trending online. The building caved in as residents nearby scampered for safety. An official of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency who confirmed the incident said no casualty was recorded. The official added that the building had been evacuated before the collapse. The LASEMA source further stated that emergency responders were already at the scene of the incident. You're still on to Galaxy News. We'll quickly take a break, and when we return, the news continues. To stay with us. We're glad to have you back. Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect to us on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GalaxyTVNews. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GalaxyTV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate a live update and comment, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. Angry youth from Agenebode headquarters of Esako East local government area of the state have set the police station ablaze over what they described as a killing of community youth by suspected House of Fulani settlers. The youth accused the police of killing 2 of the youth and releasing arrested suspected kidnappers believed to have killed over 5 kidnapped victims in the community and burying them in a shallow grave in their homes. The angry youth who embarked on jungle justice descended on a kidnapped suspect who was whisked away from the police station before setting him ablaze and over 6 vehicles at the premises of the police station. The community leaders also stormed the homes of the suspected kidnappers, where they dug out 5 corpses buried underneath the house of one of the kidnapped suspects. When contacted, the Edo State Police Command spokesperson Moses Yamu confirmed the burning of the police station and the killings, as he promised that the State Police Command will come up with a statement condemning the incident, as he called on the youth to shun jungle justice. Meanwhile, gunmen in the early hours of Monday killed the divisional police officer of Agbaro Police Station in Ughelli North, local government area of Delta State. The DPO was said to have went for an operation around 1 a.m. on Monday morning with another DPO from Orepo Division who is said to be battling for his life in an undisclosed hospital, leaving some of the policemen dead. According to the source, policemen of the Agbaro Division were seen discussing the incident on Monday morning, as the DPO only resumed duty 3 days ago. The DPOs and their men were said to have been ambushed by suspected kidnappers along the train rail in Agbaro when they went for a rescue operation to free some kidnapped victims. The Delta Police Command spokesperson Edafe Bright could not return calls and messages to his phone lines regarding the death of the DPO and his men. The Nigerian Football Federation has pulled the Super Eagles out of the return match for the 2026 African Cup of Nations qualifiers against the Islamic Republic of Libya. The decision came after the Nigerian players were abandoned at the airport in Libya. In an interaction with State House correspondent in Abuja on Monday, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, described the actions of the Libyan authorities as the most unfortunate situation. The minister thought that the ill treatment was in retaliation to a situation where the Libyan side landed in Port Harcourt instead of Uyo when they visited for the first leg in Nigeria. Tugar, however, said that a team of Nigerian authorities were directed to intervene in the matter, and everything was being done to ensure that the situation was brought under control, stating that the Libyan High Commissioner to Nigeria has been summoned for explanations. The minister was optimistic the government intervention will bring the situation to normalcy.
Somehow the plane gets diverted to a different airport, and unfortunately at that airport there is no aviation fuel, because what we have just decided is they need to refuel and get out. We will not be able to allow them to continue. No food. You know, it's a good thing when they landed in Kano, they actually even got some water, some cartons of water. Otherwise, even water would have been a problem. But suffice it to say that we have established contact with them. We've sent people from the mission to go there that are representing the mission. They are in touch with the delegation there.
Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has called on the people of Rivers State to support the fight against crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism to boost oil-generated revenue. Governor Fubara made this known while swearing in another set of 4 commissioners to the State Executive Council. The Rivers State Governor, while swearing in the commissioners, stressed that the present oil production in the country is not sufficient in tackling the challenges faced by the country, hence the need to support the federal government.
What should be the most important thing about Rivers State today should be to support the progress of this country. We are in a situation where the funds that is being generated from oil production is not sufficient to carry out the problems, to tackle the challenges of Nigeria. And every hands are on deck to make sure that there is increase in production.
Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has pledged continual support to the Nigerian Air Force towards the expansion of its base in Ajia, Ibadan and Oyo State. Governor Makinde stated this while receiving the Air Officer Commanding Logistics Command, Nigerian Air Force Ikeja, Lagos, on a courtesy visit at the Governor's Office Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. Disclosed that adequate compensation have been made to everyone displaced in the area for the cost of the expansion. The Governor, while congratulating the AOC on his new assignment, cited that the Nigerian Air Force has been an integral part of the security chain, keeping Oyo State safe over the past 5 years. He encouraged them to stay steadfast and urged them to request for further support when needed. Earlier in his remarks, the Air Vice Marshal Kolade commended the show of support and empathy of the Governor to the force and access road to the newly upgraded airport, commends the foresight of the Governor in bolstering security and improving the economy of the state for the benefit of the people.
A very tough period for our security agencies, especially the Air Force, because you don't, there's no local standard for aviation. The standard is international, and most of the things that you do, either training, simulation, also your equipment, maintaining your aircraft, all the checks and all of that, they are based on Forex.
The Air Force is benefiting indeed from a strategic vision, and we can see your strategic vision in terms of economy, agriculture, security. On behalf of my men, under the strategic leadership of the Chief of the Air Staff, we have seen your support for our units, our schools, the accommodation of our men, the new Air Force locations you have given us. Shows your commitment to the armed forces in general.
And I'll move over to the foreign desk for more news. Hello and welcome to the foreign news. Israel's military stated that a Hezbollah drone killed 4 soldiers at one of its northern bases as it expanded its bombardment of Lebanon and troops battled militants across the border. The attack on a military training camp in Binyamina near Haifa was the deadliest such assault on an Israeli base since 23 September, when Israel intensified its attacks on Hezbollah in Lebanon. Emergency services reported more than 60 wounded. Authorities in Gaza, meanwhile, said the death toll from an Israeli strike on Sunday on a school being used as a shelter for displaced people had risen to 15, including entire families, while a separate overnight strike on a hospital killed 4. And that's all we have on Galaxy News. Thank you so much for being a part of the news. Do join us by 9 p.m. for more news. My name is Nenwa Ngimazaka. Goodbye.